Welcome to the 2023 Lancaster Archery Classic from Spooky Nook Sports Complex here in Manheim, Pennsylvania. As we set the stage for professional shoot-up finals, it's going to be the women taking the stage at the largest indoor archery tournament on the East Coast. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast booth. I'm Greg White, sitting next to the legend, Rio Weil, the GOAT, according to his release. Now, Rio, here we are. We're getting down to it. Professional classes starting to come up. But we've seen some great shooting all weekend long, haven't we?
Oh, my gosh. I mean, we just saw a performance a minute ago that went from 6th to 1st, and he shot so many arrows and just kept putting them in the middle. I mean, from shoot-offs to anything, and it's been a great day. So it's been a pretty impressive performance today.
We can't wait to see what's coming up next. But let's take a look at the schedule that we had during the day. We started at 8 a.m. this morning with Masters Open Pro, got through bow hunter, and then we got to the recurve categories. If you hadn't seen Olympic recurve final, the finish of it is amazing. Go check that out. Youth Male Open. We just got done with the Amateur Men's Open, which had 8 shooters vying for that #1 spot. Now we're into the Women's Open Pro, where we have 4 qualified, and then we'll get into the Open Pro after that. We did say 4 qualified in their ranking spots, and it's a shoot-up competition. That means the #4 seed will shoot against #3. Whoever wins that shoots against #2, and whoever wins that is going to go shoot against the #1 qualifier. But this is the finals, and that means that there's a 12 ring in play, a 1.5 centimeter white dot that hangs down there in the bottom, close to the bottom of the target, which means that you can call it. You have to call it in order to get credit for it if you hit it, and you get 1 per end, meaning the max amount of points available if you called it every time and hit it every time is 136 points, because the innermost ring is worth 11 points here at the Lancaster Archery Classic. With all that said, let's get to the third member of our broadcast team, PJ Riley, who's going to introduce our archers. PJ?
All right, let's get started with our Women's Open Pro Finals. We're going to bring out our #4 seed from Tori, Estonia, 3-time Nîmes champion, Lisell Jaatma. And our #3 seed, 2-time Vegas champion from Maui, Hawaii, Liko Arreola.
I mean, talk about 2 heavy hitters in the sport. Liko Arreola stormed onto the scene a couple of years ago by winning Vegas at 13 years old.
Yeah.
In the women's category, and again at 14 years old. And Lisell Jaatma from Estonia, who just comes off of her 3rd Nîmes win. This is going to be a battle, because these shooters can absolutely find the middle at any time and just wear out a single spot in that 11 ring.
And neither one's a newbie to the stage out there. So this is something they've all dealt with. And just the biggest part, like I said, will be where your first arrow hits. How do we start off? And that could be the difference in the entire match.
Yep. So Liko was the #3 seed, so she gets to choose whether she's going to shoot first or second. And it looks like Liko's going to start us off.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good spot to start.
Strong start.
And she's running a kisser button. We just saw Mac use one for the entire match. Interesting to see that start rolling around again.
10.
And she's mature beyond her years of age. I mean, she has always just been solid. And it's like, almost like we just watched, she's so consistent. Her shot timing is very consistent. She just continues to do the same thing over and over again.
Lisell also using a kisser button, Rio.
Yeah. Talk about new phases we're seeing.
Yeah, things that come around in archery.
Yeah. Or come back around.
Yeah, come back around. So for Lisell, she's starting to find it, I think. Perhaps if she feels like they were strong shots, she might grab a click or 2 on her sight. Of course, for Liko, you know, she started archery because of her dad. Starts off strong with a 33.
Yeah.
She really enjoys archery, Liko does, because she's able to travel and compete at the same time.
Yeah.
And both archers are shooting what you call a back tension, which is as the release head is rotated, it goes off rather than having a trigger. Lisell does have a safety, so you'll watch her click it off when she gets ready to start. But
Let's hear from PJ.
Is this your first time shooting the Classic?
It's my second time.
Second time shooting. Okay, first time on the final stage. Neem, you've been there, 3-time champion. Does this feel any different coming out here to this stage?
Yeah, a little bit.
Little bit?
Yeah, I've never shot like.
On a platform.
Yeah.
Run through your equipment for us. What are you shooting here?
I have Matthews DRX 36, Axel sight and scope, Freak Show arrow rest, Black Eagle PS 27s, Sweet Spot.
Sweet Spot from True
Yeah.
Ball. Gotcha. All right, well, it looks like you're off to a good start. Get those nerves out, right?
Yeah.
Get into a groove. All right, so after our first end, 33-32, Liko Arreola leads by 1 point.
Lisell Jaatma got into the sport because her mom was shooting, who's also here with her, as well as her brother, who did well in Nîmes.
Mm-hmm.
So family sport for them.
And I think even her sister used to shoot, if I wasn't wrong. I mean,
So, and of course, this is part of a group of people that have come from Nîmes to Lancaster and will just shoot right on over to Vegas, which is next week.
she didn't love it, but it's, again, catching. Again, that's what people don't ask sometimes about forgiving setups and they don't understand, but that is what that is. You make that shot you're not sure about, but it still catches.
Yeah, it was a great shot of what you were talking about with the release with Lisell, and now she has to reach over and then activate, or that safety, kind of take it off.
A little better. She was a little happier with that one.
And watch that thumb on her right hand. She's going to reach back. There it is.
Turn off the safety and then begin her shot process.
What's interesting, too, is that she's got it down. It doesn't look like her position moves at all.
No, it's something that I mean, these are the professionals, and as much as they practice and they spend the time, it becomes almost second nature.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't realize how much you rely on that out there. I remember shooting a World Championships, and Jennifer Nichols was in the gold medal or semifinals. And she come off to me and asked me how I did it. And she goes, "I couldn't even feel my fingers. How do you do this?" And I'm like, "You just rely on what you do every day. Every day."
So it looks like Liko still.
Liko, how you doing?
Let's talk. Let's get to PJ.
Final stage.
It's really fun.
Very fun. Is this your first time shooting the Classic?
Yes.
I thought so. Okay. So you 2-time reigning Vegas champ. How does this compare coming out here versus, well, have you had to shoot off in your Vegas wins?
Yes, I had to shoot off with Paige and Tanja.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so.
How does this compare? How you feeling inside? You getting comfortable?
Yeah, I just here to compete, and that's it.
That's all.
Yeah.
Just here to compete. That's simple enough, right, Mel?
Yeah.
All right, after 2 ends, Liko holds a 1-point lead, 65-64.
If you're just joining us here at the Lancaster Archery Classic, it's the Women's Open Pro category. We're shooting to determine who's going to be 4th place and who's going to advance to shoot against the number 2 seed. The distance is 20 yards, around 18 meters to the target. They're shooting a 40-centimeter target pace, and Liko didn't like that shot too much.
Maybe it's the day of that. Like,
Yeah, it might be.
maybe you want to be making bad faces when you shoot because they seem to be landing really good today.
10.
I will say her shot's pretty consistent and in that area of it's the same. It's hard to tell when she misses or doesn't miss with that shot.
Lisell.
Yes.
11. Inside.
Smoked that one.
Yeah. Lisell's, her shot doesn't seem to change or her expression change at all either. Like it just seems to be.
That's a good point.
Which can be awesome when you're doing it head-to-heads because the guy doesn't know how you feel about it, doesn't know, like. Yeah, I think it's there.
It's a little toasty, but all the arrow has to do is just touch the outer line, the outer edge of that line to get the higher point value.
A little more movement there.
10.
That one didn't flow the way she's had them.
No, that was the
couple.
first real change in her shot that I've seen so far.
So Lisell, coming from Estonia, we have a
Let's
lot
go to PJ.
of international competitors coming over to compete in the Lancaster Archery Classic. In Estonia, is target archery, is it a big sport? Lots of archers shooting?
Not really.
Not really?
Yeah, we don't have many archers.
Gotcha. How did you get into archery?
My mom started shooting, and then I wanted to try it too.
And you wanted to try it. So how long have you been shooting?
17 years.
17 years. Very good. All right, well, we're off to a good start here. Liko has increased her lead to 3 points, 98-95.
Now, Rio, we can say, because you and I both follow it, Estonia may not have a lot of shooters, but right now they have, especially on the women's side, an unbelievably talented pool of shooters.
Yeah, they have a solid bunch of 3 archers that are really good. I mean, even her brother is a really good international level shooter. So for the amount they have some really good quality.
Mary Paas is another one who comes out of Estonia, who's finalist in World Archery, indoor last year in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looked like a lot better shot than the last one.
Like just more confidence, right?
Yep,
Like,
agreed.
Yeah.
That was a little slower for her, but still good results.
Yeah.
you can't tell from Lisell's facial expressions, but you can just kind of tell when the shot's executed.
Yeah.
If she's confident that it's just going right there in the 11.
Because she does kind of throw her bow to which way she wants it to go. So she has a really good idea of where her dot is when it's breaking.
Yeah.
Oh, she's going for the 12 out of the gate here.
I like it.
Got it.
Looks like she caught the bottom of it.
Yeah. Quarter shaft, it looks like. Which is, not a bad idea because it puts her, but it still ends up a few points shy, so.
Yeah, but you might as well just do it for the crowd, right?
Yep. And it's a
plus
confidence builder.
you are looking for some arrow calls with Liko. So if two of those arrows end up being 10s, we're all of a sudden tied up.
Yeah. They look good, so,
Yeah. I think that's the only one being looked at now that might be in question. The rest of them are really solid 11s.
Yeah. So if you only lose one, she's still got a victory, but
Yeah.
makes it close.
So it looks like Lisell Jaatma is going to finish 4th, but we'll wait for the official scoring.
And strategizing, do you talk to that to the archers, or do you leave that to you to call that out?
Depends on how the archer's feeling, but we're also watching the score to see. We're going to play it smart. There's too much money on the line.
All right, let's get to PJ.
Coaching a lot of champion archers out there. So going into...
That's it.
Oh, that was it. Sorry. Liko Arreola takes... Is that official score?
Yes.
It is. Liko Arreola takes a 1-point lead, 1-point win, 130 to 129. Lisell Jaatma is going to finish in 4th place, taking home $1,000. Congratulations, Lisell. Maybe I should start paying attention. All right, let's bring out our number 2 seed from Winchester, Kentucky, Tanja Gellenthien. Vegas champ, classic winner. Tanya's no stranger to the big stage.
Big changes for Gellenthien over the offseason, a manufacturer switch, and now with dart and archery, as well as she got herself a job.
Yeah.
Gas bowstrings?
Yep. I heard she's head of international sales to help them out with that. Where, you know, coming from where she's come from, it makes a intelligent decision.
And I mean, let's talk a little bit about Tanja in qualification. I mean, she actually qualified Friday morning at 8 a.m. and then Paige Pearce Friday at 4 p.m. So at the time, Tanja Gellenthien, out of a possible 660, qualified with a 657. And if you looked at her score, it was like, I know we shot it with 27s, but you look at it and it was one of the highest score shot by a woman ever. And then Paige Pearce, who ends up being number 1 after elimination, ended up equaling that, 657. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, these ladies have been shooting amazing this weekend. They've definitely raised the bar for the weekend. In fact, I think all the archers have. The scores were crazy good this weekend.
Liko Arreola, of course, 3 world records to her Palmares, as well as those back-to-back Vegas championships.
11.
She's come on the scene and really just proved a point that she's here to stay and be around. And because, you know, when somebody comes on and wins a tournament really quick, you're always like, oh, are they going to stick around? And she's done nothing but just continue to shoot well.
And she's working on getting more archery experience. NFA Field Nats last year, you know, now Lancaster Archery Classic. It's not easy on her parents coming from Hawaii, the travel.
Yeah.
It's a long way to go to get here.
Yeah.
And obviously the cost and everything else. But obviously as a professional archer, Liko and her family are committed to it.
Yep.
Of course, as of late with this bow change, Tanja Gellenthien has been absolutely shredded.
Oh, she has shot that bow so well. So well. We had a good laugh yesterday. Braden was like, during qualification, well, she almost beat me.
Tanja, welcome
Let's go to PJ.
Lancaster Archery Classic stage. How's it feel to be back here?
It feels great to be back.
You won in 2019, I believe I saw that.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay, how many times have you made it to the finals?
I think it's my 3rd or 4th, I can't remember.
3rd or 4th, okay. Does it get any easier the more you do it?
I want to say yes, but
Are you feeling some nerves now?
yes.
You are?
Always.
All right, well, let's run through your equipment for us. Tell us what you got.
All right, well, I'm shooting my Dart in Vegas 3D with my Conquest bars. I got my B3 sight and release here, AE rest and mains, my Black Eagle PS27s, and my gas bowstring.
All right, very good. You're working for gas bowstrings now,
am,
correct? All right, well, welcome back, Tanja. And we are tied here with 233s after the first in.
This match has the potential, without question, to go to a single arrow shoot-off after 2 scoring arrows. But we're only 1 end of 4 into it, tied up at 33 apiece.
Yeah. And it's all as easy to her shooting. One of them could just be like, hey, let's hit that 12 and roll it in.
You could do that. I think while we were talking, that Mel Nichols, who's a coach for Liko Arreola right now, kind of said, yeah, we're not doing that. We're just going to stay steady. There's a lot of money on the line, all that kind of stuff. But
I did see Tanja kind of give a joke a little bit on the last end to Braden about like reaching out for it. So we'll see how that goes. Both of them are really shooting good. Solid arrows.
That's a close one.
I think it's still there, though, by the look of what's sticking outside the 10 or right there in that area.
Yeah. Plus, PJ's got a better vantage point than we had there.
33.
Wow.
It is interesting, though, with Tanya being the
11,
airport.
33.
She's one of the first ones that chose to shoot second. Like, I just realized that because I think she wants to make sure that 12, if she needs it, she can roll it.
That would be the solution. Let's go to
So
PJ.
Liko, how old are you now?
15.
15. You won Vegas at 13. Obviously, archery is a game that takes a lot of mental strength, which
Yeah.
I don't have. You clearly do have. Where do you think that comes from?
Mostly my dad, because he always tells me, like, to just to stay calm, that we're only here to compete, and that's it.
And so someone just says, stay calm, you can just come up here and stay calm.
It's mostly like working it together with him, but yeah.
Gotcha. Well, congratulations on all your accomplishments, including shooting perfect through 2 ends for both of our archers. We are tied at 66.
$33.
Are we going to roll a perfect here?
You know what? I was going to say it, Rio, and I just didn't want to.
You didn't want to be the jinx.
Yeah.
I could see it. They're both shooting. I mean, their shots are good. They look good. They just...
Yeah.
And the scores they shot to qualify. Man.
Amazing. Yeah.
To shoot 12 arrows clean is not that compared to what their qualifications were.
I mean, for Liko, there were 924 points
Yeah.
total available through our qualification and elimination rounds, because there are 42 professional women that signed up, so they had 2 eliminations, and Liko was able to score 906 of those points. Tanja Gellenthien, 919.
Just 5 points out of the 2 days. That's amazing.
But this is when it really counts.
Oh, for sure. Makes a huge. Ooh, I think there's our first little.
Bobble.
Yep. First little opportunity for Tanya to take a lead.
10.
And you see that a lot. When you hear the door opens, it's like, oh, and then it's harder for you to make that shot. That's why I'm always kind of curious on the 12 of why not to shoot at 1 arrow before their last one to put that pressure on.
Yeah.
Liko, I forgot to ask you about your equipment.
Let's go to PJ.
Go over what you're shooting here for us.
I'm shooting the Hoyt Stratos with the HPT cams. I'm using the Shibuya Ultima with the clear target 5-power lens. I'm using Conquest stabilizers with the AEE mount, and I'm using the biter rest.
All right, arrows you got.
Sorry,
Oh,
I
go
forgot
ahead.
the strings. I'm using the Apex custom strings.
All right, and your arrows, Super Drive 27s? What release are you shooting?
I'm shooting the True Ball HBC with hinge release.
All right, very good. Seems to be working for you. And going into our last end, we are still tied. 98-98. 12 ring is there.
I mean, you just kind of want to sit back and watch all of this unfold, because the battle for 3rd place is incredible.
Oh, I mean, we've watched some great archery today, but this seems to be, I mean, it's a level. I mean, these ladies are doing something that I've never seen the women shoot on these levels.
Definitely, the level of women's professional archery has jumped leaps and bounds in the last, like, even 3 years.
Oh, yes. I 100% agree. I mean, you look at Vegas having a shoot-off last year with 3 women at 900. I mean, Tanya's done it twice, shot a 900 at Vegas.
Amazing.
10.
Yeah, she knew when that one went off.
Now can Tanya follow it up and close the door a little bit more? Well, there comes the 12.
Liko's going clicks. Okay.
10.
See, now the question is, should you have done it? So what Liko did was she grabbed a bunch of clicks. So she sighted in. So now she can probably aim right for the middle of the target and it's know that the 12 is going to hit.
I don't know that that's how I would have worked it, but some people have said that's the way.
Just high. 9.
No. But see, I'm not sure I would have even gone for that because you were tied still.
Yeah, that's...
With Tanya missing that one, I'd have reached up and turned the 12 off, and because now Tanya's got to,
I agree with you, 100%.
10.
Ooh.
Well, it's not as bad a deal because...
Yeah, but it's over, Rio.
Yeah.
It's 129 to 128.
Yeah.
So you're right.
Yeah.
That was the decision. Mel should have told her, take it off.
Yeah, that one was out. Let's do that, you know?
Yep. But see, that's the advantage, though, of compound shooting with that sight, is that if you did sight it in earlier, you could just aim in the middle, but it's going to drop right down.
But see, and the hard part with me in that situation is if you do that and you have to go back, are you sighted back in again? It's a hard pass in my opinion.
Yep, I totally get it. Well, we wait for official score, but let's go to PJ.
129, 128, Tanja Gellenthien. Liko Arreola is going to finish in 3rd place. She's going to take home $1,250 from us, $500 from Hoyt, $200 from Easton, $500 from Conquest. Great first showing from Liko Arreola, 3rd place. All right, we're going to bring out our #1 seed from Red Bluff, California, 2020 Vegas champ, Paige Pearce.
Well, this is a matchup we have seen many times before.
And the two top to get to this point, 1 and 2. So it's really cool. I mean, between the two of them, they have missed a total of 9 points for the whole weekend. Well, Tanya missed a couple in that last match, but to get to this point, yeah. I mean, it's pretty crazy.
Paige had the choice to shoot first or second. Yeah. She chooses first. Get on it.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Paige's shots are really quick. She's been shooting a back tension.
Getting that rotated around. Tanya with the thumb button.
Yeah.
30 seconds on the clock for each archer after the impact of their competitor's arrows. 20 yards the distance to the target on a 40-centimeter target face.
Yeah.
With big, fat, chunky 27 arrows.
Yeah.
As big as any tournament will allow.
Yeah. 33.
I wonder if Paige is just pace, might be a little bit nervous. I mean, let's find out. PJ.
Lancaster Archery Classic finals stage. How's it feel to be back up there again?
It feels good. I've been waiting another year to do this again, so I'm glad to be back.
Absolutely. Hey, run through your equipment for us. We're going to talk a lot during this match, but go ahead and give us your equipment.
I've got Bowtech Reckoning Gen 2, the 36, shoot an Excel sight, True Ball Goat Release as a hinge, AAE Freak Show QD, AAE stabilizers, gas bowstrings, Bomar nose button grip tape. I've got Black Eagle PS 27s and AAE Hybrid 40s. Specialty peep. What am I missing? Shrewd housing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Vision. What did I miss? Oh, ETAC light. Yeah, I think that's probably
yes,
good.
we're seeing a lot of those today. So it seems like things are going well to start out there because we have a tie. Perfect 33s to start our match. 1 end down, 3 to go.
What are you looking at me like that for, Rio?
For fun.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
I mean, it's so incredible. I mean, the level of these two archers, and when it comes to Paige and Bowtech, her and Tim Gillingham have been the premier shooters for that manufacturer, and they have had a lot of say-so into the development of this Gen 2 bow. And, from what Paige told me, Bowtech listened to pretty much everything they had to say and gave them everything they wanted.
That's good.
Yeah.
Usually builds for something you can shoot very well.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to get our tied perfect score this time?
I don't know. It feels like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, they both are. Like I said, as few points as these two have missed over the weekend, odds of them either one doing it is pretty low, but it is the harder part out on that stage.
I had not seen Paige shoot yet this weekend, and it's the first time I've seen her shoot the 36. Interesting stabilizer setup for her. Last year with the 35 bow she had, it was like low pointing up, like the sidebars. Now it seems to be a little bit more flat for her.
Impressive.
These are just two athletes dialed in at the top of their game.
Yep.
All right, on equipment setup, I'm neglecting knots. Paige, what knot are you shooting?
The Easton G-pin knock.
Easton G-pin. Tanya?
Super 3D.
Super 3Ds. All right. Wanted to make sure I hit those. All right, at the halfway mark, of course, nobody has missed anything, so we are tied at 66. This is some high-level shooting here. Wouldn't expect anything less at this stage.
We heard from the coach's box that was Braden Gellenthien answering that question. As we know, Braden is Tanya's technical advisor.
And husband.
And coach.
Yeah. I don't know about coach.
I don't know
maybe.
about coach either. Maybe he thinks so and she doesn't.
I mean, Terry Ragsdale, Michelle, that used to shoot with us a lot. Michelle used to tell me that if Terry was trying to tell her what to do, it was worse than him cheating on her. So, that sometimes husband and wife relationship as a coach may not be the best, but who knows?
Paige's fiance, Tate Morgan, in the coach's box for her. And that's definitely one of those situations.
Yep. And I know both of them are really good at helping these two with their technical stuff on their bows. They've been really good.
11.
Wow. And I think that's part of the reason why the levels raised a lot.
Without question. Yep.
11.
Like what's incredible though is Paige is so good with that stuff. I've seen so many amateur shooters come up to Paige and ask her technical questions, and she knows it all. And then Tate and his knowledge, of course, his dad Rob owns an archery shop. Tate's work. You pile those two things together, and now you.
Oh, not what we were expecting.
Not at all. Both of them can make a bow hum for sure.
Yep.
All right. So again, this is the thing though about the Lancaster Archery Classic. You shoot it out of the 10 ring, and it's a 2-point swing just like that.
Yep.
Not a 1 point like you'd see in your traditional Vegas shoot.
No, it makes a huge difference.
Tanya, tell us about the switch.
Let's go to PJ.
Garden archery for you this year. Randy Kitts has come in there, bought the company. Just tell us how these bows are working for you and this gentleman behind me.
Well, so far they've been really, really awesome. We spent a lot of time figuring out the bows, a lot of hours on the range, but they're really awesome and they fit my shooting style so well. So yeah, I'm excited.
They seem to be working pretty well. You and Braden both shooting them. Heading into our last end, Paige Pearce still clean at 99. Tanja Gellenthien, 97. 12 button is there.
Well, Braden's not going to be afraid to tell Tanya.
No,
now's the time.
Yeah, Braden's not afraid of things like that. I can see it totally. And do you want it early? Do you want it early to put the pressure on?
I don't know. I think maybe the second arrow.
Yeah. That's kind of where my feeling is, because you can kind of let it settle in there and then.
Especially, Paige, you've shot with Paige, and she's absolutely stroking it right now. So it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, both good shots. I think that's a hard play. I mean, getting this figured out and later, maybe after more years, we understand it. But the 12 is just going to be an interesting one when people pull the trigger.
okay,
Oh.
that's why.
There you go.
All right, so she calls the 12.
And if she can shoot this,
Then it's,
it's a whole different ball game, because they could be tied, in all honesty, with Paige's 10. Oh, now it opens it up big, and Paige can relax and finish this out strong.
Mm-hmm.
So the 12 can be either your best friend or your really worst friend.
10.
I mean, there's not even enough points on the board.
No. But again, now you look back, if you'd have shot 2 11s, it could have been the difference.
But that'll do it.
Yeah, we'll never know.
We will never know. Women's Open Pro champion is going to be Paige Pearce, who does it again after only dropping 4 points for the entire weekend to get into the #1 seed. Incredible shooting, only dropping a couple points at the end. 33, 33, 33, and a 31. She got the job done, and unofficially a 130 to 124 victory for Paige Pearce. As we wait for that official score. Rio, this level is just amazing, and it's going to carry right over to next week's tournament.
Oh, yeah.
In Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, Vegas will be definitely something to watch.
All right, let's get to PJ.
We'll get our second place payout in a second, but first place, our champion, Paige Pearce, 4,000 from us, 5,000 from Bowtech, 1,000 from Black Eagle, 1,000 from True Ball. Paige Pearce, your Women's Open Pro champion. Paige, we talked yesterday and you said you don't like coming in as the #1 seed. This is one of the big tournaments that you have never won. How's it feel to knock this one off the list?
Really good. I think you could see that I was shaking so bad on that last end I couldn't even anchor. So that was terrible. But this was my 3rd year in a row coming in as #1 seed, and I lost the last 2. So I was like, maybe 3rd time's a charm. So I'm glad it finally worked out.
It looks like 3rd time is the charm. You get to add this to your already impressive resume. Congratulations, 2023 Women's Open Pro champ.
Thank you.
All right, and sorry about that. Tanja Gellenthien for taking 2nd place. $2,000 from us, $3,500 from Darton, $600 from Black Eagle, and $750 from Conquest. Congratulations, Tanja. Got the big one here. So we have Gail Brubaker out here who's going to do our